Here we go. Hero Wizard is in Clash Royale. I built up this deck right here. 3.5 average elixir. You guys can see this card right now. He looks really cool. The art is pretty sick. The noises he has are pretty sick. But let's hop into some matches and see how he goes. In our first match here, I've played a couple games with this card just to kind of get the feel for it. As you can see, I'm in League 4 already, so I played a decent bit. But I have noticed he's very situational. Like, some situations he will get tons of value. Other situations he'll almost do nothing, and there'll be no point to use the 1 elixir ability. I think it is very notable that the elixir for the ability is only 1, so it's not a huge commitment. But if you compare this card's ability to Mini P.E.K.K.A, like, it's night and day how much more broken the Mini P.E.K.K.A is. I will say they did a better job of, oh my gosh, are we serious? He's gonna turret, isn't he? Dude, don't do this to me. The balance changes are not in the game yet, so the turret is still as broken as ever. Great. He just goes all in first play. Don't play Clash Royale like this guy, man. Please don't, guys. Trust me. Just, you will not get better at the game, if that makes sense. But like I was saying, it's definitely clear that they wanted to make this hero a little bit worse than the ones they released before. Ice Golem, I would say, is pretty nasty. I'm going to make a video on that card tomorrow, so I'm not going to talk too much about Ice Golem. But since he played pretty much everything at the bridge, I'm going to just go Wizard the back once we do hit 10 elixir. The one thing I would think about this card that could make it a little bit better if they want to buff it at some point is maybe when it goes in the air, it could either do one of two things. I was thinking, this is going to sound a little wild, but what about if it had a little knockback for like a firecracker when it shoots and could kind of push itself away as it's NATOing the troops together? I don't know, that could be a little bit interesting. Also, the other thing I could think of, pre-log to Skelly's nice, is that it could have like a mini shield. So when you pop the ability, they could change it to maybe 2 elixir instead of 1, and it gives itself maybe like just a tiny shield, literally like the general of the Skarmy, where it takes 2 hits instead of 1. We got to hit this guy with the well played. If you play Clash Royale like this individual, where he just spams Musketeer Hog and then turrets on 0 first play of the game, basically, you know, I don't have you don't have self-respect, and I don't have respect for you, if that makes sense. So I'm glad we took his whole tower right here. We haven't really gotten much value out of the Evo Wizard here, but yeah, like I said, it's very situational against 2.6 Hog, which is dominating the meta, and it's going to be only more dominant as the Ice Golem comes out. You're not going to get too much value out of this card, but in matchups where they don't have a great response to your wizard, like when it's floating in the air, you can get heck of value. So it's going to be a very situational thing, but I think it's fun. I definitely could see it getting an emergency buff just because I know they want the heroes to be good and used and everyone to buy the pass royale. You won't believe that one. But we're going to give this guy what he deserves. Honestly, it's a new year. I'm being toxic. I don't care anymore. These players do not deserve to be, you know, like, just left alone when they play Clash Royale, where they're just making it miserable for everyone else. You know what I mean? Like, who in the world is playing, what is that, 11 elixir first play at the bridge, basically, after cycling a knight in the back? You know, we both cycled a knight, and then he rips 11 elixir. Like, come on, man. Have some respect. Sorry. This game makes me angry, if you guys couldn't tell. I'm just going to rocket that hog, and, yeah, we're chilling. I mean, we might as well hit a few emotes while we're here, since we're already being toxic, and have chucked a rocket on his king tower. Let's see if he defends this wizard, or if he has enough common sense to know I'm bullying him. Nope, he's going to go for the fireball on the wizard. He's going to keep trying and keep spamming. He goes for a turret into the into the knight. Very interesting play. We're just going to give him one more rocket. That'll probably be my last one, guys. I just wanted to, you know, put him in his place a bit for that starting play, and it really aggravates me, if you guys, like, genuinely, I get aggravated when people play like that, because they think it's the correct way to play the game, and it makes the game so bad, because then a lot of people start seeing it work, and they go, oh yeah, let's just drop everything at the bridge with no elixir lead. And it's like a never-ending cycle, right? But anyways, that's going to be game over. I'm just going to go for my Larrys like this. We'll BM him just a bit more. There's the hog. I mean, let's just snowball. Should we finish it off? Maybe one more Rocket King wouldn't hurt. Nah, let's just finish the game with the rocket on tower and get into the next one. I had to bully this guy to start off the video right there. Okay, I'm not going to be toxic anymore, guys. You know, I'm in a great mood, and I don't want to bring that negativity to y'all, of course. But yeah, I don't know. I've definitely seen some value out of this card. Monk in the back first play. Oh, no. I might have to be toxic again. He's probably got RG. You guys, if you watched yesterday's video, know that I'm a little bit past, you know, having fun against RG. I definitely would like to not face it. Oh, my... What do we... I'm just going to rocket. Did I just miss? Oh my gosh, wait, what? The muskies didn't move. Oh no, this is bad. I have to snowball. I also have to knight. Dude, I just had to play. I'm down like 10 elixir. Like, actually, this is insane. I missed the rocket on the muskies. I was low-key so nervous about the monk ability that I didn't even think about the musketeers walking forward. And I thought they would do it a little bit faster as well. Obviously, that's why I put the rocket there. But yeah, now we're down 5 elixir in single, which is not really where you want to be. But I will say he doesn't have monk or musketeers in cycle. What a weird... I mean, this guy's the same as the last guy. He dropped a monk at the back, then 3 in the bridge. bridge. Like, why? All right, he has Spirit Empress, very interesting deck so far. I'm going to go Skellies like this. Hopefully my wizard can take that out. I don't think there's any reason to use the ability. I don't know. In this situation, it might be another one of these matchups where I'm rarely using it because, I mean, 3 Musketeers, Empress, I don't have the best ever responses. To those cards, and I mean, using the ability is not going to do much for me anyways, right? So I'm just going to wait. I could have maybe snowballed that, but it's going to be a little bit hard for us to break through, I think, these monks over and over and over again, especially because he does have knight as well, I'm pretty sure, right? He played knights with the Empress, but just going to go log like this, and we're going to see what he does want to do. Probably going to set up with another one in the back, like another push, maybe a knight. I'm not sure exactly how he'll build it, but I'm just going to go for my own knight right here. I decided to rock hero knight, even though I kind of prefer Evo, just because you can pull things off of your wizard and try and get some cool value with it, I guess. I want to get value with the wizard at least once or twice in this video. I definitely would be mad if I couldn't get any type of value with it in these matches, but I'm gonna I don't want my wizard to just be a basic wizard with no real perk. I can't even use the ability here. I mean, there's no point because he uses his. I mean, anyways, you can kind of see it gets some value, but not much. It does get damage on the tower, so maybe you could use that to your advantage if you really needed like last bits of damage. But that's really about it for that situation. Like, there was no point for me to go for the ability right there. There still hasn't been a point for me to use the ability yet into, like, 2 matches into the game video here. So that's kind of interesting. I'm going to go for the Expo on this left-hand side with the Wizard. We have Evo Snowball. This could be our time to hopefully, potentially, maybe break through. I don't think it's worth it yet. He's probably going to go 3 Musketeers, right? So I got to be super careful. Oh, shoot. Okay, wait. That's kind of bad. I need to go Knight to block for that right there. I'm going to pop my shield with a Knight. That's just going to die. Bro, his Evo Wizard actually got, or his Hero Wizard, I mean, actually got quite a bit of value right there. And I'm not sure why. That was kind of a weird situation. But, yeah, this is a really hard matchup if you couldn't tell. We have no way to break through. He's got double tanks. He's got 3 Musketeers, which he hasn't really used too much of. His average cost of a deck has got to be like 4.5 or more, especially with the Empress. I have to rocket this because I have no air card in cycle for that Empress. And he's going to Wizard on the bridge. Okay. I'm assuming he's going to pop the ability. Bro, this is actually kind of cheese. He's cheesing with the ability. Maybe you should use a broken deck like this, and you can get some good value with the Wizard. I mean, holy smokes, look at that right there. I have to log as well to make sure the Wizard doesn't shoot my tower. And yeah, we're fine. I mean, like, we're not fine, but we still have a chance is what I mean by that. We have Evolution Snowball. It's going to have to win us this match 1000%. Let's go Expo like this. Try and predict him. If he goes for a, yep, there's the Knight. I'm going to go for the Evo Snowball in a second. I'm going to wait for the Monk first, and then I want to Evo Snowball. He's not going to expect this. No way. If he pops the ability, fair enough. He does not, and we do get on tower, which is pretty solid. There's the E-Barb. I'm just going to go Rocket and Skellies to make sure my Expo is going to stay alive after that Monk ability wears off. I'm going to get a good amount of damage right here because he didn't have any other elixir in cycle, or like anything to play in cycle, I guess is the right way to word it, to defend the Expo. So I'm going to go Knight like this up top right now, and then that Wizard should do enough. I still haven't used the ability. Like, I don't know, when am I going to use it? I guess I should just try to use it more and see what happens. Let's go Defensive Expo here. 50 seconds left. I think this is fine. I mean, we're kind of in a predicament, but I think that if I just pressure him a little bit and don't allow him to just stack up this massive push, then we should be in an okay spot. I'm actually going to go Knight the bridge and wait for him to play. He's probably going to go 3 Musketeers, I would assume. No, he goes Wizard. I'm just going to Snowball log that quickly. Maybe I can pop my ability and the floating thingy right here. Come on. This might be it. Come on, Wizard. Come on, Wizard. Nice. Wizard's on tower. It's going to hit. Wait, no way. It takes tower. Okay, we get 2 shots, and that's pretty much tower down. Yeah, it is. I can just go Rocket plus log. So the first time we use the Wizard ability, it clutches up and gets us enough damage to where we just win the game from our spell cycle. Let's go. As always, when there's a new card that comes out, I'm definitely curious to hear everyone's opinions in the comments. What do you think? I mean, you can tell me your opinions on either card that came out, what you dislike, how much you love it, how much you hate it, really whatever you want to tell me, and I will enjoy watching and listening, or not listening, I guess looking at what you guys have to say. So he goes for the ability. Was that even worth it? I'm just going to go for mine. Let's have a freaking mage off. Yeah, well, that was interesting. Nothing really happened out of that, but it was funny. So I'm going to go Knight the back like this and see what he does want to do. I will say the animations for the Wizard hero look a little clunky. I don't know if it's just my eyes or it's something we haven't seen really before that makes it look that way, but it definitely, you can tell there's a little bit of something off. I'm gonna go Snowball on top of these guards right here just to be annoying. Wait, can my Knight? No, I thought it might go to the tower for a second. That would have been nice. He has Mortar. I gotta get my Skellies down quickly, please. Okay, perfect. We do get them down just in the last split second right there. I'm gonna go Knight like this down low for the other Knights, and as you can see, there's starting to be some trends of cards that we're gonna see quite a lot. After the balance changes, I'm actually kind of curious to see if these heroes are going to still be as broken as they are, especially the Knight and the Musketeer. Knight, I think, is just... I'm a little bit tired of seeing the heroic Knight just because the ability is so annoying, like, honestly. And I've never been a fan of the heroic Knight. Even when it came out, I was like, dude, I'm not playing this card very much. But I'm going to go log on top of that Skeleton Barrel right here. He fireballs the Wizard, so it's just that basic kind of mortar deck, but he decided to put the Musketeer away and add in the Hero Wizard. I definitely don't think that's the right move. Musketeer is still better than Wizard by a long shot. By the way, make sure you use a creator code if you are buying the Pass Royale, guys. You know, it supports all the creators. You could use mine if you want. You could use anyone's. Literally, anyone's will be beneficial and not give Supercell all your money, basically. It sounds crazy to say that to the company of the game we're literally playing, but that's kind of where we're at in terms of they don't give a dang about us. So, but anyways, I'm just gonna see what he wants to do. That Expo is gonna connect on tower for a little bit of damage, I hope at least. No, it gets none actually. I'm gonna go Wizard the back. He's probably going to go for the fireball on this. Ooh, you know what? He's going to fireball, but I'm just going to take the rocket. Maybe I should have went opposite lane with the knight, but he has minions, so I don't know if that's even the right play to even go opposite lane, because I can't kill them without my wizard in rotation, of course. So I'm going to defensive expo here. I think this is fine. The one problem that we are going to run into a bit is that I just used my expo and I don't have any way to kill these minions, so I have to go wizard on 0 basically right here. Let's go log. Oh, the wizard went into the air. Yeah, that was just awkward, I think, is the right way to describe it. The wizards do a little PIMDOS, cancel out right there. Dang, that's a crazy reference, I'm not going to lie. He goes for the minions. I'm just going to go Heroic Knight and then ability right here to pull these minions off my expo. I'm going to Evo Snowball 2, try and get on tower, can we? We can, beautiful. All right, that is huge. He has to go for a desperation, like a panic fireball, I guess, and we now have a nice lead, and I think we could pretty much control this game. Evo Snowball is proving to be the MVP of this deck, though, as you can tell. The wizard hasn't really done too much for me yet. Maybe it still has a chance. I'm not going to give up hope that it's going to give me some good value at some point in this match, but I'm going to go pretty darn aggressive just because I do want to stay on the aggressive end and not just allow him to build up a massive push and kind of spam me the rest of the match. I'm going to go cannon up top. Why not? Might as well just distract that wizard and make sure it doesn't take out my whole tower. He does go for the ability. Expo's on tower. That was actually a really bad ability from him. I didn't even need that snowball, but I didn't want to take hits for some reason. I don't know why. I'm going to go Larry's, and we can just defensive Expo. He goes, wow. Yeah, all right. He's going to use the ability. I'm just going to shield up right here and give myself some more time. I think we're chilling, kind of. I mean, that's going to take that out. Yeah, what an awkward just situation the wizard kind of puts you in sometimes. It's kind of funny, though. I'm going to go log like this, and yeah, I don't think this card's getting value nearly to the extent that I thought maybe it would when I first initially saw the floating ability. There's definitely some times where you can get some good ability, value out of the ability, but it's rarer than you would think for sure. It's not as consistent as other cards, I think is the right way to describe it. But just going to go for this in the middle, log the guards, and then I've got my wizard. I can go evolution snowball on this knight and the skeleton barrel too, get a bunch of value out of that. I don't have anything for these minions because he does outcycle my wizard really easily, but I can just go knight like this, log on top of the guards. He's pretty much just going everything at the bridge on 0, which is fair enough. I'm going to go for my ability, go for the cannon to tank everything and kite it over, and then I can just go snowball as well. Only 29 seconds left. I think that dies. I can go for my wizard down low, make sure the mortar doesn't connect on my tower, and yeah, we are absolutely chilling. He does go for the fireball, but there's not nearly enough time for him to really do anything. We could rocket his king tower. That would be a little toxic, though. I'm going to go log like this and then cannon in the middle for the skeleton barrel. And yeah, 13 seconds. We'll snowball, keep that alive, go for the ability just to tank for a bit longer. And that is going to be a pre-rocket on the mortar, question mark, or no? Nah, he doesn't go for it. Oh, he does. Oh, nice. Well, our prediction rocket actually did land, which is kind of cool. But yeah, another nice, pretty easy win right there. He's doing the no-brain emote when he's using one of the best meta decks in the game, pretty much. He just replaced the wizard with the musketeer. But yeah, nice win right there. We got a match here, and I wanted to ask you guys also about the arena. So I think it's pretty cool. It definitely has that wintry, icy type of vibe. Where's the Ice Evolution? Supercell or Hero, I guess. Dude, they need to add more Evos, though. They got to stop adding heroes. I'm serious. They really got to stop adding heroes and just go back to evolutions, I think. But I'm just going to go for the wizard like this. It's crazy to think that we actually want more evolutions now because they were pretty toxic. I mean, some of them still really are. For example, the ghost evolution still needs to be balanced. There's a lot of other ones that I can't even think of off the top of my head. There's too many to remember now. Wait, I can pop the ability. That's so cool. Look at this, guys. Oh, wait, that's the first time we've really gotten a ton of value out of the ability right there, I'd say. I could have actually maybe Skelly to keep that alive, but I was low-key just admiring the wizard floating in midair and pulling everything together. That was pretty cool. Like, actually pretty cool. Wait, does that fully counter? I think it does. He zaps. I don't know. This is going to be very close, but I'm not going to play a wizard on this. Even if it gets one shot, it gets one shot. Come on, I think we take it out just barely. Whew. That was about as close as you can get to getting to connecting to the tower right there with that balloon. But yeah, I've also heard a lot of the art is fan-made this season for like the banners and whatnot. Maybe some of the emotes. I'm not sure exactly what is fan-made, but there's a lot of fan-made art being used, and that I think that's kind of cool. The art is definitely the best thing about Clash Royale. Like, there's no debate for sure. I mean, the styling and the art team in general is amazing, and then of course all the fan-made stuff is pretty darn cool too, of course. But the wizard hero, I mean, just look at him. He looks like a chill guy. He's definitely got some swag about him. If he was a good card, this card would have like the most aura out of anything in the game. He goes for the MK in the middle. I'm just gonna go whiz down low, and then I can skellies to pull everything back up top like this right here, and that should be perfect. Oh my gosh, wait, no way. No way those skellies spawn. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't even mean to do that. I don't think anyone could have meant to do that. That was like the luckiest timing ever. But did anybody see the Mohammed Light clip? I thought it was so funny. He was like crashing out on the balanced team, which is so just, I mean, I'm the exact same way, honestly. And I think a lot of us are, but he definitely said some funny, just interesting things. Obviously, it was a joke and whatnot, but just going to rock it on top of that. And we pretty much have complete control of this match with only 40 seconds left. I mean, we can still throw. I'm not going to, you know, take my foot off the gas or whatever the expression is, because he does have that Evo Witch, and I can't really kill it. That easily without my rocket and cycle. Speaking of rocket, I definitely need to get back to my rocket to defend this push right here. So I'm going to go knight. I'm going to go for my Larry's like this, and I'm just going to rocket instantly on top of this witch. And the MK, I mean, a little awkward. He's probably going to go balloon if I had to guess. But yeah, I've got the cannon for that. I've got Evo Snowball as well if we really need it. I don't think we even do, to be honest. I can just go wizard down low. And yeah, only 10 seconds left. All we have to do is cycle back around to another rocket to finish off the game. Just going to go Larry's like this and rocket his tower. And that is going to be GG. So what do y'all think? I thought this card was like a 3 out of 10, to be honest, in terms of value. But it was still fun to play. And as always, enjoy the Butch clip and use code Hunter in the shop. Peace.